So, I bet you're wondering how you can calculate your own macros for fat loss to maintain. I mean, it's probably why you clicked on this vlog, or to mass. Well, without further ado, let's get into it. But also, let's get a nice camera angle. Also, let's get the whiteboard out. Yeah. Yep. So this is actually quite easy, and once you get this, you'll be set for life. Because if you don't track macros and then you go back to doing macros, you can just do this formula. 9 times out of 10, you just need to do this once, and then from there you can calculate your max calories, and you can calculate your maintenance calories, and then you can calculate your deficit. Essentially, you could do this once and then never have to do this ever again. So we're gonna make this math very, very simple. We're gonna take Jim Bob, and Jim Bob is 200 pounds. Now, to calculate Jim Bob's maintenance, we times Jim Bob's weight by 14 to 16. Now that would spit out a calorie range, right? So at the bottom end is going to be 2,800, at the top end is going to be 3,200. Now, if you're sedentary, so basically if you have a low active job, you work in an office, etc., I would go on the bottom end. If you've got quite a highly active job, I'll go for that top end. So establish kind of how you are. Are you sedentary? Are you in the middle? If you're in the middle, then do it by 15. But if you're very, very active, like your boy, then go 16. So that's how to calculate your maintenance calories. Now, evidently this, as a guessing game, the 14 to 16, evidently this isn't going to be 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be your true maintenance. So what we want to do is track that. So say, for example, you go on the bottom end, track that for 1 week, see what your weight is doing, and then adjust the next week. The same as if you go for the top end. If you're gaining weight, then obviously you're not in a maintenance phase. If you're losing weight, obviously you're not in a maintenance phase, so push calories accordingly. But how many calories do we push by? So if you're losing weight at 1% of your body weight, push by 500 calories. If you're gaining by 1% of your body weight, then deduct by 500 calories. That's a very, very rough figure. Now, what I would do when establishing your maintenance is actually just go to the bottom end, just because we don't want to be gaining any unnecessary fat. Losing weight isn't the end of the deal. End of the deal? I'm going to keep that in. Isn't the end of the world. We can just push calories. And 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be losing fat, it's just going to be losing glycogen. So track for 1 week, adjust if necessary, and then we've found your calorie maintenance. Now, if we want to push this into a mass, we plus 350 calories. If we want to push you into a deficit, we minus 350 calories. Now, understand that any little variable will push these out. So for example, 1 week you're doing like 7,000 steps, the next week you're doing like 17,000 steps, right? Understand that you have to kind of keep it a little bit static. So try for that week, be very normal, very regimented in your routine in the first week, and then adjust where necessary, then push yourself into a mass or a deficit depending on your goals. Anyway, this has got cold. Great. That's the sacrifice I give. I give information, I get cold coffee. Anyway, now we've got... That was a nice little transition, wasn't it? Sometimes camera angles just get a little bit boring. But now we've got Jim Bob's calories. How do we calculate Jim Bob's macros? How do we distribute protein? How do we distribute carbs? How do we distribute fats? Well, now protein's a very easy one, right? So protein, we are having literature saying that 1 gram per pound is around what we should be at. However, and I'm gonna maybe revert you to another vlog, we did discuss in another vlog having protein at 1.3 to 1.5 grams per pound. Now, the reason why we do this is because we get a lot of ancillary protein in a massing phase. So let's just say, for example, we eat a bagel, we're going to get 10 grams of incomplete protein. So to cover our ass in a massing phase, we just elevate protein. In a fat loss phase, we elevate it because protein is very, very satiating. So we can use protein like this. So that's a Jerry Wren rule fool. I'm going to keep that in again. This is a very general rule of thumb, 1.3 to 1.5. Now for the ease of this, we're going to go 1.5. So 1.5 times 200 pounds, because Jim Bob is 200 pounds, is 300 grams of protein. Now what we're going to do, because protein is 4 calories per gram, what we're going to do is just times that by 4, and it will spit out 1,200 calories. So basically 1,200 calories of our calories is going to be taken up by protein. We are going to go for 15, by the way, times 15. So Jim Bob's Jim Bob's kind of maintenance is going to be 3,000 calories. So of that 3,000 calories, 1,200 of them calories is going to be taken up via protein. And now we're going to get to fats, and fats are 9 calories per gram. So we have protein and carbohydrates, which are going to be 4 calories per gram. We have fats that are going to be 9 calories per gram. So with fats, we tend to look for body weight times 0.3 to 0.4. I like going on the lower end because I favor using protein and carbohydrates. You can run fats very, very kind of minimally. We just want to make sure we're covering ourselves hormonally. So I tend to go 0.3 to 0.4. We're going to use 0.3 in this equation. So we do the 200 pounds again. 200 times 0.3 will spit out 60 grams of fat. So we have 300 grams of protein, we have 60 grams of fat. And of this, we times it by 9 because fat is 9 calories per gram. So that means 540 calories of the 3,000 are going to come from fats. So now we add the protein calories and the fat calories together. So it's 1,200 plus 540, and that equals 1,740 calories, which means our maintenance calories, I feel like I'm muddling my words, but I feel like it's me being transparent. Anyway, 3,000 calories, deduct 1,740, which spits out equals 1,260, and that's in calories. Again, carbohydrates is 4 calories per gram. So we do 1,260 divided by 4, and that gives us a grand total of 315 grams of carbohydrates. So Jim Bob's macros, his calories are 3,000. His protein is 300, his carbs are 315, and his fats are 60. And that is how to calculate your calories and your macros. Again, if Jim Bob needed to push up in calories, I would actually go from carbohydrates. And in a fat loss phase, you could either go from carbohydrates or we can add in expenditure. So we can add in steps, we can add in cardio. I prefer these two because who wants to eat less? So, speaking of expenditure and cardio, not really cardio, but I need to train. And I've still got cold coffee. Sick. Anyway, legs. Oh, I just realised it's legs. I hope you took something away from that vlog, mainly that now you can estimate or calculate your macronutrients and most importantly your calories. Obviously when we look at the structure of nutrition, and I'm not doing the Illuminati, when we look at the structure of nutrition, the muscle and strength pyramids, calories are going to be the bottom one. So as long as you get your calories in line, we should be pretty good to lose weight, to gain weight, to maintain weight. From there, we can go into the nuances of macronutrients, which we've gone into as well. And then from there, we can talk about maybe micronutrients, but we can save that for another vlog because your boy's done talking. Anyway, I am gonna go chill. I'm gonna go watch the England game. This should be out by the time we know if England have either won the semi-finals or won the finals or probably lost both. But anyway, we will see. We'll keep the faith. I hope you're all well, and I'll see you in 5 days. Actually, I won't see you in 5 days because we're going to have a vlog every single Wednesday and every single Sunday. That's the structure from now on. I'm going to give you 2 vlogs per week. So that's a new structure. I need to stop saying I'll see you in 5 days, and I'll see you Wednesday and Sunday.